going to put myself on the line and go and check if there's any trap.
I feel like this is going to annoy me way more. About
Yeah, I prefer the old Baron.
I'm sorry, this is the way. Greg, give me a hug.
No, I'm not going to do that.
A hug,
Nope.
Greg.
Nope.
This feels right. Feel the love in your heart, Greg. Yes.
Oh my God, are you guys having like a moment?
We are, and it's beautiful. Get in here, Butcher.
Can I like join?
Get in, Butcher.
Oh my
quickly.
God. Oh wow.
Your lantern of reveals there are invisible angels around you, but they're all dressed in sort of armored uniforms, like much akin to the Hell Riders that you first saw of Elturel. It seems like these are sort of the souls of some of the fallen army that she came down here with initially when she was still an angel. A lot of them are just weeping, just angelic, ghostly tears that just dissipate as they fall off.
Imagine being an angel in hell. That would suck.
Man.
Suck.
At the end of the hall, you said you were going to check for traps, right? So make an Arcana check.
I'm going to go, guys.
man.
I'm going to sacrifice myself just in case there are traps.
So
16
annoying.
plus a 5.
I put a sacrifice.
Seems like this place is
So annoying.
this place is fairly well protected just by the enchantment of. coming
And
in.
what's up with Baradoon? Like he's changed. He
The
has
things you've already had to
changed.
go through
What?
to get here is fine, and so it seems like it's sufficient
Greg's
to
just
keep the
like
demons out.
so gutted about his new crew.
Change is good.
He thought it
You're
could
like
get worse.
absolutely. You're like weirding me out now. You're like actually
Change
weirding.
is good
Get your
for the
hands off
heart.
me. Get your hands off me.
Change is
Get
good
your hands
for the
off me.
heart.
You're weirding me out. Okay, let's go.
Part of his Scottish identity was
Yeah.
not being camp. So you
This
make
is
your
who
way
I
across
am,
looking
okay?
for arcane rooms. It seems like there's enough
I'm Bodger
protection
and I'm
on the
fabulous.
outside of the citadel that the inside did not need to be trapped.
Ooh, okay.
Can we just pull the sword out?
You can certainly try.
I'm gonna try right now.
All right. So,
Okay, here it is, and pulling.
So all of you together make an athletics check, including Lulu.
Where's my athletics?
18.
5.
18 plus.
9.
Oh, 5 plus
13, 14, 15,
7.
16,
Oh, 17.
17.
12,
17.
17,
9.
9. What was yours?
17.
17, and Lulu got a less than 10. So there were 2
Lulu.
fails, 4 successes. That's enough, just. So you grab the sword, everybody grabs a different piece of it because it's so enormous that you can, and you all heave, and you start to feel it shift a little bit in the stone. It feels like the friction of the stone on the blade is a little too much though. It feels like you just need the ounce more strength to actually get this thing out. And at that moment, whoever's nearest the pommel, you see a fishing wire wrap around the end.
Nice.
Morning.
Nice thing for fishing, ain't it?
And you see that Balin has got no fishing hat.
What?
He seems to have sacrificed his hat to get it.
Oh,
And he pulls,
listen on his rod.
he pulls, and then the last little bit you needed, the sword comes out clattering on the ground.
Nice thing for fishing, ain't it?
And then
Thank you, Balin.
And then turns around and walks out of the city.
What?
Balin.
Bye, Balin!
Balin, you're a good man.
Where is he going
Morning.
now?
Nice thing for fishing, ain't it?
What a man.
Where is he going?
Man, that
Yeah,
Balin. Oh my
He's
God,
just
that
he's
Balin.
still on his loop.
This
this
is
is
the
loop.
rest
This
of his life.
is part of his loop.
Yeah.
What?
This is his daily look.
Just in the river Styx,
So,
so just...
you've now got a sword of Zariel, an enormous glowing sword next to you.
Bodger, you're the one with the biggest strength. I think you should take it.
Oh, I really don't like this new Baradoon.
I
This
think
guy's.
you should take it.
You know what? I really appreciate that, and I think I will.
Good.
So as you reach down and go to pick up this enormous sword, you don't need to put your back into it, it seems, because as soon as you touch it, the sword shrinks down to be a perfect size for your hand. You now have the sword of Zariel.
Oh, wait!
That's nice.
I've now got the sword of Zariel.
What is going on?
It's a great
This
sword.
girl's weird.
Look at
It's a
you
great sword.
two.
It does extra damage to undead or fiends, which is pretty handy in hell. And once per day you can cast Sunbeam from it, which is a level 6 spell.
Holy
Basically
does it
a big
do?
line of fiery sun just blasts out from it.
I'm assuming it's bad against. It's good against undead.
How much damage does it do? 6d8. Holy mother of...
68 damage.
Yeah.
D8.
6d8.
That's crazy.
And what's more is it does that, and then there's a smouldering mote of energy that stays within it for up to a minute, and you can just cast it again every turn.
Oh my god.
You can do 68 damage every turn for up to 10 rounds if you're concentrating.
And
you can
he
only do
also
that
does
once a
jazz.
Once per day, yes.
Distracts himself.
You gotta
Alright.
get the perfect time to do that.
So Lulu congratulates you on your new weapon,
I'm gonna be honest, Lulu didn't help us much with that.
and she says, "Right, I think we're prepared. We should head to Elturel."
Let's do it.
So you manage to make your way back down the outside of the basalt plinth, back to your dragon vehicle, You hop in and head out of this sort of mountain canyon.
Do we get our things back as we pass?
No,
as
no,
we pass
no.
back through?
No, you do
You
not.
gave it up.
It's
It is
gone.
For
But that doesn't
life.
matter.
Sacrifice.
What we have
Oh,
is
don't.
a better feeling in our hearts.
Vomit.
God damn.
You're driving, and
You're
so you're
so
focused on
annoying.
where you're driving, but the others of you make a perception check.
Perception check. Uh-oh.
Oh, really bad.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
plus 7.
17.
Yes. So 17 with you. You guys are all kind of focused on the new sword and these guys.
And I'm just
weirded out
distracted by
them.
these guys.
But you're kind of just looking around, and as you you notice that as you pass the mouth of this canyon, it seems like there was some sort of an ambush prepared for you.
It's a trap!
There's there's another one of these.
I'll play my bagpipes to alert them. Ah, damn it!
There's another one of these massive mechanical vehicles off to your right that
Oh
starts
God,
to
it's
speed
gonna
up and
eat
catch
us.
up to you. Another one off to your left that's much smaller, much more like a motorbike. And on the back of that one is like a crazy-looking dwarf kind of character, but with a red hat on that stretches all the way down his body. Huge, big mustache and a sickle. And he's just tazzing along after you. And he's catching up, and this one's catching up. They're kind of pincering between you.
Oof.
Oh, Lord.
Shit.
It's Santa, guys.
So can you describe can you describe the layout of the? So are we on like a narrow road, or
No,
we on
you've
open?
kind of it opened up. They were waiting at the mouth of the canyon so that when you came back out, they can grab
Okay.
you. So this enormous hulking machine from your right, much faster than its size would seem to allow, it races along, churning up the broken ground, flicking sand and ichor up into a cloud behind it.
Oof.
Atop of the front of it, in command of the vehicle, it's a very peculiar gang of creatures. There's two raven-like humanoids with crow heads. There's a fleshy bipedal abomination with some sort of worm-like creature stretching out of its mouth.
Sounds hot.
And there's the most hideous old woman you've ever seen in control of actually
Sounds real hot.
steering it.
Like Rowan's
She's got jet black
pie.
hair, an impossibly wrinkled face, white spines protruding from her scalp all the way down her shoulders, and she's wearing tattered rags decorated with body parts.
Sounds lovely.
The hag steers the machine towards you close enough to be able to yell across, and she says,
Well, good day to you. Awful nice ride you got there. My name's Mad Maggie. I'm somewhat of a collector. Maybe I'll take the ride from you.
Nope.
No, I don't think so.
Can I throw grease at their wheels?
"Ooh, good one, yes."
Yay, yeah.
Are we flying or are we
Grease,
like
yeah,
ground?
mark off the
Ground.
spell.
I'm sure a
Yep.
ground
She's going to make a check to see
Yeah.
if she
thingy dude.
You're on
Yeah,
rocky
ground.
ground.
Yeah.
From your time in hell, you've noticed that the ground is mainly made of the decaying corpses of demons and devils.
Nice.
There's pools of lava, there's rocks, obsidian, sand. It's just kind of all nasty stuff.
Okay.
So you cast your grease
Yep.
spell, and she makes a check with her steering and her proficiency. Now that'll be a 19, I'm afraid. So that's
Ah.
going to beat your DC.
Damn.
So she it slips and slides, but she's kind of used to driving on ichor, and it's already kind of slippy. So she's like,
Oh, that's a good one.
She loves it.
I've got one. Can I heat metal
oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
and
can.
just burn her? Just gonna burn the
Nice.
What's
shit
the
out of
range
it.
on that?
This is
In
Lord,
one of the top
60
squares?
feet.
60 feet.
60 feet. So you wait for her to kind of steer close enough to try and like get closer to you, and you heat metal. What do you point at? What part?
Is the steering wheel made out
Yep.
of metal? Yep, then that.
Boom! You
That's
grab the
the
steering wheel. She
Smart.
is contacting it, so she takes. She takes 17 points of fire damage.
Nice.
Yeet!
She lets go.
Oh, boy.
And with that, she loses control of the
Piss
vehicle.
off with your yeet.
You've yeed your last car.
And she starts to sort of careen off to the side. The fleshy golem grabs it and takes the damage, and you can see like burning flesh.
Yeah,
He
bitch.
also takes some damage, but he can.
You going down, bro?
Greg's the cheerleader.
But yeah, bitch.
It's
He
like
takes
you've
some
taken
damage for
his
saying it.
personality.
And he's tanking the damage from it.
Oh, boy.
She reaches down and grabs one of these like little red-hatted guys that you see riding the motorbike on the other side of you. She just grabs the hat off of him and wraps it around her hands and grabs a hold. And you can see it kind of smouldering, but it's
Can
enough
I
to keep
cast a
it
spell
holding.
as well?
Sure.
Can I just lean out the window and just lightning bolt them?
Sure can, yeah.
Okay.
Do it. So mark off the spell.
So it is creature takes it's 100 feet long, so definitely going to
Yep,
hit them.
definitely
5 feet
gonna
wide. Each creature in the line must make a dexterity saving throw, and they take 8d6 on a failed save or half on a successful one.
Wow, 8d6. All right, so I will say that you managed to position it. Make a dexterity check for me. See how many of you can get in a line.
What is my dexterity? It's 0, so fuck.
Oh,
Was it
wait.
4.
4. So you can only get 2 of them in one particular
That's good
line. You're
enough.
kind of waiting
Surely
for them to line up, but you're just going to have to take it.
Yeah.
The 2 crows are standing too far back, but you can get the fleshy guy and the hag. So dexterity saving throws. One of them's a natural 6, one of them's a natural 19, plus so the 6 will fail, the 19 will save.
Okay, so half.
19 was the hag.
And I need, what did I say? 6.
8d6 was it?
Yeah, I need 8 of them.
Here you go. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and yours.
Okay, here we go. Let's just count all these up. 6, 3, 5, 3. Oh wow, a lot of 6s. And is that a 6
That's a
as
6.
well? Oh, 12, 18, 24, 28.
33, 36, 39.
There we go. Nice. 39 damage.
Quick math.
So with that, and
39
that's
damage and
20.
then half for
Yeah.
the hag.
So the hag takes 20. The fleshy golem takes all 39. He
Boom, bitches!
Boom!
it hits him in the chest here. It goes all the way down his arm into the steering sort of column, and into her hand on the other side, holding it through the rag, and it shocks her. And in like that cartoony kind of way, you see the skulls of them, and he completely just crumples to the ground. No! She grabs a hold of it, searing it.
Oh god.
She just turns into your ship.
Oh god.
Did she take more damage for grabbing back onto the handle?
Yep.
Good.
But she's
There's
about
weapons
to
and built
turn right
in our
into you.
vehicle, by the way.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, weapons inbuilt. You asked for the dangerous version, so you've got
Yeah.
all 4 of those.
How did we not think about that until right now?
So
Fire.
She steers you guys.
Fire.
She basically smashes into the side of you, steering you down into this sort of canyon area.
Uh-oh.
And
I thought I was able to destroy her before that happened.
she's taken some damage, but she's hardy. You don't live in hell without having a few hit points. All right, so on a much larger scaled up version, this is sort of representing you guys. So when your weapon refers to squares, it's talking about squares on here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So she steered you guys into the thing, and the motorbike kind of peeled off. So on each of your turns, each of you gets to do one action to kind of like control this vehicle.
Cool.
So some of the things you could do was accelerate it, so getting up to your top speed. You could brake, you could turn, or you could use one of the weapons, for instance. You also notice, as you've been driving this thing, you've noticed this coin slot in the center for where you had to put the soul coins to actually fuel the thing. But you also notice there's like another fuel port, it seems. And it's got Infernal over it. But at this time you read it out to him as saying Ica. And it seems like if you provide some of the black Ica from the devils into this fuel port, it gives you a boost. So that's another one of the options you can do.
Okay.
Boost. So if you've got some of this
have we got
Ica
any
somehow.
Ica?
Was that what was on us before?
Yes, it was.
It was.
So your robe is covered in it, and your metal man is
My
covered in it.
guy is covered in it as well.
How about we boost and
All
try to
right,
get away
so
from her?
roll a d20 and we'll see who goes first, you or her.
Oh, only run?
He's the one
driving.
driving it.
6.
She goes first. So she goes first, and she's going to take one of the vehicles that you didn't take. So you took fast and dangerous. She gets the option of either strong and dangerous or strong and fast. So she is going to... She's going to go strong and dangerous. So her vehicle is strong and it's dangerous, meaning it's got more hit points, but it's slower than yours.
Oh, yeah. Maybe we should go out of here.
On her turn, she's going to take accelerate, which brings her top speed. It brings her up to a top speed of 3 squares. Then she's going to use claw. So she's going to roll to attack your vehicle. So that's a 14 total and
We've got 13.
13 AC because you didn't take the strong version. So that hits. So this gigantic sort of claw comes out from her vehicle, grabs onto the back of yours, and with that she can choose to move you 1 square in her choice.
Oh my god.
So she pulls you.
We're just shuffling in a little.
She pulls you back this way.
We're in a little dragon.
So that was hers. Oh, she only gets 3 rounds now
Does she
because you
do
killed
any damage?
her thing. No. It repositions you so that when you move, you're probably going to hit the wall.
Oh, okay, you're right.
Then, so that's, she's accelerated, she's used the weapon, she gets 1 more. She would have had 4, but you've already killed one of the fleshy golems, so she only gets 3 each round. She's going to use Boom Slinger. So there's like an enormous sort of slingshot on the side of her vehicle. She grabs one of these dwarfy-looking guys, kind of like a gnome that's all gnarled by fiendish energies. But instead of having a red hat, this one has a dark ichor sort of black hat. And she just shouts an order to him, and he jumps himself into the slingshot, and he just launches himself in front of your vehicle.
Does he have to roll for that? What did he roll?
Yes, he does. That was a cop. That's a natural 1. So he flies over the thing, and as he hits this,
Shame!
Roll! As he hits the wall on the other side,
Hurry, Ron.
he explodes,
Did he yell yeet as he went? He went
and he explodes. All right.
Wait, I say yeet. I feel attacked. I
Cool,
feel
and then at the end of her
attacked.
turn, she moves her current speed, which is 3, and she goes 1, 2, 3. All right. So, Bodger, what do you do?
Well, I want to try and fit all this. I don't know how much I can fit to one turn. I want to try and get there and jump over to there and attack. Or is it 2?
Okay, so you can. Currently, your speed is 2. So if one of you was to turn, for instance, then at the end of the round you would move 1, 2, and you'd be next to her, and I would allow an athletics check to try and jump onto the back of her vehicle.
Okay, but so do I need? But I can't be the one to turn.
Not necessarily, no, because somebody
someone
else
else
would.
turns.
Yeah, so if somebody else takes their action to turn the vehicle, and then you can use one of your weapons, maybe a couple of the weapons.
Yeah.
And then your turn can be at the end of the round. You hold it off until you can.
Okay, cool. Let's do it. Well, I'll turn the vehicle then.
All right. So Baradoon grabs the what counts for a makeshift wheel in this weird sort of a post-apocalyptic vehicle.
Turn it.
Turns this dragon-like creature this way.
I'm just going to accelerate.
No.
Yeah.
Oh no. We don't want to accelerate.
Don't?
No, because we
Unless we
only
wanna
want to
ram.
go to. We only want to do.
Unless
two
you-
squares.
unless you wanna ram.
We're
What-
really weak though, and we'll get hurt from ramming.
Would a ramming help the jump? Like as in, no, that's probably silly, isn't it?
So what's happening?
If I accelerate,
we
does it
haven't
get us
done it yet.
all the way
Oh,
there?
right. All you did is just turn.
All I
Does
did
it just
was
make us
turn
like
it.
a little bit faster?
Yeah.
You could attack. You both should attack.
I think we should attack.
Why not? Let's do that.
Let's attack.
But these are the attacks you could do.
Claw.
So you've got a
Shotgun
claw, which
claw.
you can't reach right now.
What's that?
You can't reach with the claw right now, but you can do slicker icker, which means like an oil slick of this black goo just from the
yeah.
other thing. You can choose 3 squares that are adjacent. So 1, 2, 3. It could go underneath her. You could do psychic screamer. If she fails a save, then all her and her crew just are stunned and they don't get a turn next round.
I
The
like that.
vehicle
That's
just
good.
continues doing whatever it's
Psychic
doing.
screamer.
Considering
Yeah.
our
You could
plan,
smash
that's
into
probably
the-
a good
Let's
idea.
do that one.
Let's do that.
Yep.
And
so
I'll do the Doomslinger, but I'll do that.
all right. So psychic scream. You head to the front where it's been like a grotesque gargoyle sort of face on the front corner of your vehicle, and there's a crank in the back of it. So who's actually using it? So Britt, you go. Brielle, sorry, you go to this thing, and you're wondering, I didn't actually get a lesson in how to use this thing. But then you see this kind of like lever sticking out the back, and you grab it, and you realise it turns. And as you turn, it starts to, and it just screams forward in like a sort of. It shimmers almost like
too
when it's a really hot day and the pavement's kind of shimmering. It's kind of that feeling just in front of her. She has to make a saving throw, which she fails, and so her and all her crew are stunned
Oh,
for a
thank
second.
God. That's going to be perfect for next round.
Her vehicle will just continue with whatever direction and speed it is going,
Right.
and just
Nice.
possibly crash into a wall. It's a pretty good
Crash
idea.
into a
Do you
wall.
do your boom slinger?
Yeah, may as well.
You got another one of these sort of catapults on your vehicle, and
Yeah.
next to it is like a pile of cannonball kind of things, but they seem to be made of glass with sort of smoke swirling inside it.
Oh,
You
yeah.
grab one, you're like, I don't know what it does, but we'll find out.
do it! All
You
right.
can attack.
So 3d6 plus 5. Should I just roll a 4?
So you have to roll to hit first.
Oh, right,
because
right,
she
right.
rolled a natural 1 with hers.
Oh,
Cox.
Cox.
9.
A 9 plus
no.
something, because she took strong as one of her vehicles. Her AC
yeah.
is higher than yours, and that will miss, I'm afraid.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
And like she did with her little madcap,
Over the top.
yours hits the cavern wall, blowing bits of rubble onto the vehicle, but not
Come
much
on,
damage.
Greg!
And then you're holding your action so that at the end of your turn you go 1, 2, and make an athletics check.
Let's do it.
Better get this.
Bodger!
If you wanted to go
Hi.
Use your inspiration.
You have
Inspiration.
use your inspiration. All right.
1.
7.
7.
Okay.
Oh, 7 plus what? What is it?
Wait,
Athletics.
7 plus 7, 14.
There's got to be
14?
something that I can do.
Do you think
here.
14's going to be enough?
I will-
Otherwise, I'll bend luck.
Enhance ability.
Yeah.
Why don't I do that?
It's a little too late for that, I'm afraid.
Can I not?
But you can bend luck now if you want.
Okay, I'm going to bend luck for you, which I can roll a d4 to give you a little bit more. 4! Yes!
Oh, all right, so that takes it to an 18, which is enough.
Oh,
You were missing before.
being selfless.
So as
I've learned a lesson!
I've learned
so
something.
Bodger goes, Baradoon, take the wheel. No, sorry, Baradoon, take the wheel. and he climbs out onto the front
I
of
can
this.
do it!
He climbs out onto the front of
Oh,
this
I
dragon.
hate you guys so much!
And this dragon's like just clawing across with these sort of mechanical legs that are.
Okay, I'm
driving
gonna
forward.
jump. I'm
They're
gonna
in front of this
jump.
vehicle, and as it gets
Here
closer,
goes.
You jump.
I'm jumping!
And unfortunately, Baradoon, you see him kind of not quite making it. So you just reach out and just alter reality slightly, and he just it gives him that little bump, like it. Like
What it really looks like in real life is it just prods his ass with a stick.
Yeah, I just use my staff and just lean out and go, oh!
Budget resembles a paper aeroplane that's dipping and then catches an updraft, and he lands on the back of this truck. All right, so you are on the back of Mad Maggie's vehicle.
Now what, Rowan?
Now what?
I rage!
You rage on your next turn.
I rage.
So Mad Maggie continues. Mad Maggie continues in the heading that she was going.
She's gonna crash.
1, 2, crashes,
Maggie,
and
watch
takes,
out.
because her top speed was 3, she takes
I'm on the
3d8 damage.
Thing is her.
Holy moly.
1, 2.
Lucky.
So her vehicle takes 14 damage,
God.
and you get flung to the front of the vehicle.
Oh,
Luckily
dear.
for you, you land like right in the cockpit, effectively, right behind her. And then it scrapes this way, and her speed is reduced to 0. All right, so your vehicle is still there. You're still representing your vehicle.
Oh, okay, right. Did I not jump? Oh, I'm up
You
here.
did,
jumped,
but this is
Shouldn't
like
we
zoomed
be
out
driving?
version and representing the
maybe
vehicle.
Baradun's
Now
driving.
I'm the vehicle.
There you
Yeah.
go. And Baradoon is on. Bodger is on
Yeah.
Mad Maggie's truck.
Right.
Okay, so that was her turn with stun. Then it's back to you guys on the vehicle. What are you doing?
Well, we shouldn't fire any more weapons.
No,
No.
because
So I don't get to attack yet.
You'll get an attack in
Accelerate,
this round
probably.
of whatever we're doing.
So
do you
catch
want to
up,
attack
right?
first?
Well, yeah.
You
Yep.
have your
Alright,
attack.
so we'll do your
so
action first. You go into a rage.
Frenzied
Into a
rage.
frenzied rage. All
Oh,
right.
wee.
You still have 2 exhaustion, remember? Sorry, no, you only have 1. That's good. You have 2. So this will give
Yeah, I
you your
got 2.
second level of exhaustion if you go into a frenzy.
Oh, maybe not. Too late? Or...
That's
No,
you.
not too late.
No, I won't. I'll just go rage.
Regular
I'll go
rage.
reckless attack.
Reckless attack. All right. So Maggie is up front. She's kind of shaking off the stun and unaware that you are
The
right
sword
behind
of
her.
Zariel
Nice.
can only be wielded by someone of a good alignment. It adjusts in size and weight to fit the wielder. It glows dim light to 20 feet once per day. As an action, the wielder may cast Sunbeam. Additionally, blah 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 blah.
I suggest you don't do
Great sword.
Sunbeam. We might need that
2
later.
2d8 slashing.
All right. Hack and slash.
What do I got to see if I hit first?
Yep.
13,
13
plus.
should
be good.
plus-
Mad Maggie.
What's my modifier?
You're
7.
attacking. This is your weapon here.
Oh.
Well, it's the same as the.
Is it 7?
so-
Plus 7.
Yeah, plus 7.
Oh,
So
Ah,
enough.
definitely
Yep,
hit,
that
and,
hits.
and now it's
8.
2d8. Which one's the 8? This one?
No, next
Nope.
one along.
This guy.
This guy.
5. Oh,
5.
And again.
oh
Another 5,
10.
so 10 plus 4, 14 damage from the first strike.
Oh,
And
Oh, that-
only that you're level 6, you get 2
That's
strikes.
specific to the frying pan.
No,
This
no,
is-
you still get 2 strikes.
Okay.
You just get 2 attacks regardless of what you're attacking with.
And now attack again.
So that was 14 damage.
Do I need to-
Takes it like a boss.
Does she need to roll d20 again?
What was
Was
this
it?
one?
Oh no,
him?
that was the 2 swings. Bang bang.
Oh.
The 2 rolls was the 2
No, no,
swings.
because he had an advantage because he went reckless.
Oh,
So that's
yeah.
why he rolled, right?
Okay.
What are we saying? I'm getting lost. What do you-
He gets a second attack.
He does get a second attack.
Okay.
Do I need to roll a 20 to see if I hit?
Yes.
Okay.
5.
Oh,
But
no.
you went reckless, right? So you
Yeah.
get advantage.
Oh,
1.
no.
So
wow, wow.
5 plus 7
You
is
could-
12, not
you
enough
could
to hit her
use-
this second time.
Oh no, you
You
can't.
strike it down the
Too
back.
late.
It cuts open all kinds of maggots and stuff. Putrid green goo out of her back. She screamed. And then you go for a second one and you bring it back, but one of the Kenkus, which is the name of the raven people, reaches forwards and sort of grabs your arm, not enough to like grapple you, but enough to throw your aim off, and you miss it the second time. Cool, so that was your attack action, you guys.
Do you guys want to take controls? And I've got ranged attacks that I can
Who's
use.
driving?
I'll drive.
So first,
I got this.
First, I'm
Alright.
going to lean out the window and use magic missile, but I'm going to use it at level 2.
Alright, so you'll do that when you're closer, because currently you're out of range.
So I'm going to turn
This is
left.
zoomed out, remember?
Okay.
This is a long way away.
I'm going to go and turn. So can I just turn
So
left?
you
just
use
need to
your
turn.
actions. So he goes, Baradoon, take the wheel, and
And I
climbs
go,
out, and then a moment later you go, Greg, take the wheel! So Greg grabs the wheel and turns it. So that's your action. What
And
are
I'm
you doing
currently
with your
climbing out.
Great.
I'm just, you know,
What do you
doing.
do? Do you
Just
throw,
being me.
throw something at them, or do you do a weapon?
Do I need
an attack of the
to?
thing?
Why? Oh. I'm just gonna accelerate.
No, don't. No. We'll crash into them.
Yeah! Brielle slams down on the pedal. Slams down on the
You're not gonna be a man, I will!
Taking the speed of your vehicle
You
up to
left
4.
us in it.
At the end of your round with your held action,
Yeah,
you move
badass.
1, 2, 3, bam, your top speed is 4.
Woo! That's why you don't let us
take
drive.
48 damage to your vehicle.
Brielle.
Oh, well, we're definitely dead.
Yeah.
I'm not steering. If you want to
Greg,
get technical, it's Greg's fault for not turning.
Has 15 damage to your vehicle, and it comes to a stop.
not quite.
Hers
You're
also takes.
pissing me off.
So you're alright, you've still got 60. So you take 15 damage, you slam into her, your current speed becomes 0. She also takes that damage.
Great, this is perfect because now we can get out and help out our boy.
Yo.
Alright,
Yeah.
Did they take any damage?
they
with the
did.
crash?
They took the same amount of damage,
Great.
for 48. Alright, so you slam in your held action as you.
Okay, now
Slam
magic
into the
missile. I don't need to roll that. I just need to roll.
Yep. D4s.
1d4, but 2d4 because. Oh no, it just shoots at a 4th person.
Yes, are you casting it at level 1 or level 2?
Level
Or
2.
3. Alright, so level 2 is that plus another 1. Here you go. And it's whatever you roll plus 4.
1, 3, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4 is 11 plus 4 is 15.
So
15 damage. Mad Maggie?
15, but does it also plus 7?
You don't need to
Oh,
roll
no.
to hit.
Okay.
With Magic Missile, it's the only spell
okay, okay,
that just
sweet,
automatically
sweet.
hits
So-
every time.
Right, yeah.
So that's 15 damage, and is it all to Mad Maggie, or are you splitting it
man.
between her and...
Or
Okay,
can I 2 to Mad Maggie and 2 to the one that is on his back?
Alright, okay, so bam, 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 you slam into her. I need you to roll a Wild Surge, which we've been forgetting all session.
So,
That's alright. Cool. So you look out the window and slam. Alright, and then it's their turn. Mad Maggie is going to, let's see, what's she going to do? She is going to look at Bodger, who is now, she's currently doesn't need to steer because her top speed is 0 currently. She turns to you and says,
Alright, yield. Let's make a deal.
Deal.
that's all.
I didn't even need to say what it was. He's just agreed to whatever it is. You're my kind of guy. I'll make a deal. You spare my life and the life of my crew, and I will get you into Elturel.
This is a good deal.
You know what?
All right, that's a good deal.
Alright, let's shake on it.
and she holds out this horribly clawed, gnarled hand.
Which is also on fire because she was
She's on fire, just burnt, horribly burnt, scorched.
Apparently I need to be Scottish, otherwise I'm just the worst.
Alright, so she's a woman of her word, as most devils are, and so she leads you out of the rest of this canyon. And
Toes us out more like it. 'Cause
Yeah.
Alan, so
smashed
Greg
up.
crashed.
Our vehicle's still cruising along 45.
Crashed it.
It's
Well,
damaged, it's dented, but it's still, cruising.
Just
Alright, so
the bumper just
Yeah,
dragging.
it's just dragging. It's not, we're
sparking.
not proud of our ride anymore through hell.
you get closer and closer to the front lines, as it were, where the blood war is raging. You're getting closer and closer to the river Styx, and you can see a floating city above it, held down by chains. As you're getting closer, you can make out the detail of the floating city. It seems like it's been sliced from the material plane by just a solid, smooth arc. The entire city in a perfect hemisphere of the hill onto which it was built. It floats as if it's suspended in a bubble, at the center of which is a deep red orb.
We
The
need to get to the orb.
city is chained down in 3 points at thirds, and then one more that comes out of the river Styx. A huge, big black metal chain drives right up through the center of the base of the hill. You arrive at the foot of this chain, and Mad Maggie, true to her word, plows through the hordes of devils and demons fighting, clearing the way for you to get all the way to the chain.
Right, our deal is complete. Here's the chain, there's Elturel. Best be seeing you. If you die, I'm taking your vehicle.
I'm just gonna give you this
What are you doing?
guidance.
What?
Right. Sorry, what I cast on everyone but Adam. How about that?
Yeah, good idea.
I mean, no, nothing personal.
No,
or
she
anything.
said Adam, so that was,
who's
that was,
Adam?
that was
Who's Adam?
personal.
Who's Adam?
Yeah,
That's not fair.
I'm gonna lightning bolt.
Don't you do it.
I'm
Don't
gonna
do
do
it,
it,
I'm in
and
the
you're
way, don't-
standing in the way.
I can't move. It's not my turn.
Hey guys, thanks very much for watching, and a big thanks to Wizards of the Coast for sponsoring this preview episode of their upcoming campaign, Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus. If you want to find out more about it, there's a link in the description below, and stay tuned for the next episode.